see I was clearly doing my dramatic walk?
I was doing my dramatic walk here at the same time.
Oh, your dramatic walk. Look, my YouTube channel, my dramatic walk. You can do your dramatic walk over on your YouTube channel.
All right.
Hey, by the way, don't you live down in Mexico? What are you doing here?
I was living down in Mexico, but now I'm living over here in Texas.
You moved to Texas?
I moved to Texas.
Welcome to Texas, bro. Good to have you. Anyway, what is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. After years of hard work and determination, we have finally succeeded. The homie Dave is here in Texas. I gotta ask, what was the deciding factor? Was it those Texas breakfast tacos?
I'm actually coming up here to open up my own Mexican taco restaurant, so.
That's gonna fail for sure, man. All jokes aside, in this video, we want to talk to y'all about a few key things that you need to start doing right now if you want to take your money to the next level. Now, you want to get started with crypto?
Let's do it.
So a couple months ago, I uploaded a video and I shared my thoughts on crypto. Of course, you hear stories of people who've made a lot of money, and I know people who've made a lot of money, but I know even more people who've lost a lot of money. They're just very volatile. It's a very speculative market. Of course, you can have a bad year and lose money in the stock market too, but like, it's been around for hundreds of years. It's very proven. No one really knows for sure what's gonna happen with crypto. There was a lot of comments on that video challenging me that I don't value crypto highly enough. And just to be clear, I am lightly invested in Bitcoin, but everybody I know who's heavily invested, you guys are all taking out your phones all the time, checking your portfolio. There's these violent swings up and down. Now, I don't really care what you say, like that's gonna add some measurable amount of distraction and anxiety to your day. And I would just much rather focus all of my day-to-day energy on making more money and increasing my revenue. And then when I have some money to invest, I'm gonna invest almost all of that into something super safe, like an index fund of the stock market that long-term, I know it's gonna make money. I don't have to stress it.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. That was me during the last crypto run-up in December 2017. I stayed in my apartment all day, all night, just traded crypto, looked at my portfolio all the time, and I was super anxious. And then of course I lost a lot when it went back down.
But you're still actively investing into crypto, right?
Yeah, but now I have more of like a passive long-term strategy where I'm planning to hold everything for at least like 15 to 20 years.
And what percentage of your overall investments is inside of crypto?
I would say probably somewhere between like 10 and 15%.
I mean, I think that's a little bit high, but that's still, it's not like the majority of your money's in crypto. And what are you invested into? Just Bitcoin or a bunch of different random coins?
Yeah, probably like 60% Bitcoin, 40% Ethereum. But that's also why I don't freak out, because I'm not investing more than I can afford to lose. Sure, it would suck to lose that, but I'm gonna be just fine.
Yeah, that's a very reasonable long-term strategy. I'm just concerned because I see so many people, especially young men, investing almost all their money in crypto. And it's like, what are you doing? You could lose all of that. Your priority should be $6,000 a year into your Roth IRA. If you're not maxing that out, you don't have any business putting a penny into crypto. As a reminder, all the money you make inside of Roth is tax-free. Keep in mind with crypto, you have to pay capital gains on every trade. So if you're to put $500 a month into the Roth to get to that yearly limit of $6,000, and you do that for the next 30 years, so let's say from the time you're 25 till 55, you will have invested just over $180,000, but your account will be worth over $1.1 million, all tax-free. That assumes 10% growth per year, which is the average the stock market's done over the last 100 years. Like, this has to be priority number one. Now, of course, if you can invest more than that, then you should diversify into different things, including crypto. Personally, I think I do need to increase my crypto holdings a little bit, even though I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it the way that you mentioned, putting it mainly into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and just leaving it there. I'm not trying to like get rich quick off of it. It's a long-term investment. You know we had to get some breakfast tacos, and the funny thing is, last time me and Dave got breakfast tacos, we had Beast Nation helping us out, and now we're getting breakfast tacos again, and we got Eric here with Beast Nation helping us out. Stay beastly. Appreciate you, man. We got 2 bacon, egg, potato, and spinach, 1 migas taco. Man, I missed this spot. It's like a solid 9.5 out of 10 breakfast taco.
They're good, man, but I gotta be honest, I kind of miss those Mexican tacos.
You know, I think I realized what the problem is. Something's wrong with your taste buds. You should get your taste buds checked. Matter of fact, I think you should get everything in your head checked, including your ears. Don't worry though, because today's video is sponsored by Axol. If you're still using Q-tips to clean your ears, what are you doing, bro? Think about it. You're basically just pushing the earwax and the grime deeper into your ear. What you should be using is this guy here, the Spade from Axol. Let me show you, because this thing is pretty cool. So So at the bottom, it has the charging dock. If I remove that, and I remove the tip, this is the spade. You can see it has this gentle tip designed specifically to scoop the earwax out of your inner ear. It also has 6 LED lights and a built-in 3-megapixel camera. So basically how it works is you open the Spade app on your phone that connects with your device via Wi-Fi, then you can see the camera on the screen, and then you just put it in your ear and gently go searching for that earwax. I know that looks strange, but it's actually extremely easy to get the hang of. It's effective. Like, my ear already feels just so much cleaner. If you unscrew the charging dock, you can see they even give you a bunch of replacement heads to keep you going for a long time. And because Axol Glade is sponsoring today's video, if you use that code, you're gonna get 10% off, and they're already running a 22% off deal on their website. That code's gonna stack on top of that to give you the best price possible. Now's the time to take your grooming game to the next level. Click that first link in description to pick up your spade. I'm not sure about you, but for the longest time, I looked at money as something that I just had to accumulate as much as possible of and spend as little as possible of. And over the last few years that I've made a lot of progress, I've realized money is a tool, but it needs to be spent to be an effective tool. Like, let's say that I was building a house. That's under my eye. If I was building a house, I'd probably have my 2x4s, my nails, my hammer. But if I just wanted to accumulate as many nails as possible and not actually use them, well, the house would never get fucking built. For example, when I was struggling to get started on YouTube, I came across this course that was $200 or $300, and I was like, man, this is a lot of money. This is not gonna be worth it. But I got it, and it probably saved me 6 months of frustration. Like, it quickly showed me titles, thumbnails, keywords, how to use SEO in my videos. A lot of stuff is probably not relevant anymore on YouTube, but like, it was worth way more than what I paid for it. Y'all might remember I paid $50,000 up front to build out the Beastly app, which seemed like an unimaginable amount of money, but I wanted to create this really unique app with a bunch of different features, and the only other option was, there's a lot of companies that have like a basic fitness app, and they'll rebrand it for you and put your routines in there. They won't even charge you anything. They'll just do a revenue share, but when I wanted to customize it and do progressive overload, for example, they were like, no, we can't do that. But it's been a year now, and as we've improved the app based on your feedback, and it's helped more and more of y'all with your fitness journey, like, it's money well spent. We've made a lot more than that initial 50K.
Yeah, it's not even just about business, it's also about investing in yourself. Like, if you're trying to improve your dating life and your career, your appearance is gonna have a huge part in that. So for example, you probably shouldn't go to Supercuts every 2 months and get like a $20 haircut. You should probably go to a more stylish barber and look fresh.
Or something I did for a while was try to make like the at-home workouts just work as long as possible, because I didn't want to pay for a gym membership, when in reality you're going to get a better workout consistently and see better results quicker at a gym.
Yeah, just doing those couch dips all day, huh? But another example is I used to have like really old clothes, old baggy clothes, and I would try to make them last for as long as possible. But eventually I was like, you know what, I need to upgrade this. So I got better fitting clothes, better style. Girls gave me a lot more looks. I was more confident. I've upgraded in every way because of it. So
basically what I recommend is when you're working towards accomplishing something and you come to a roadblock, first you got to do some research. Maybe ask someone else who accomplished it, what they did, do some Googling. Oftentimes though, the best solution is going to require spending some money, and you have to realize that if you don't spend that money, sometimes you're going to end up going down a long rabbit hole and wasting a bunch of time and then not even reaching the end goal. Like, money is a tool, but only if you use it. Speaking of using money as a tool, we just got done touring the first potential office space. As y'all know, we're growing the team. That's one reason Dave's here. Obviously, we're working together on the coaching part of the business, which it's been working so well. We just want to help as many people as possible, so that's going to require having a bigger team. Y'all know I'm trying to expand the How to Beast team for Beastly and Edge. Right now, we're looking at co-working spaces that have like private offices as a stepping stone before we just all out do like a multi-year lease on a big office space. What did you think about that first one?
It was all right. Offices are a little bit tight. Logistically, maybe can make it work, but we'll see.
All right, this is spot number 2, and I gotta say, I'm not sure about you, bro, but I think this is the spot. Y'all know I'm all about my floor-to-ceiling windows. Take a look. Amazing view of downtown. I could be coming to work here every morning with a smile on my face.
No, yeah, it's a cool vibe here. A lot of young people. Obviously, great view. A bit younger vibe than the last one, so I like it.
One thing though, bro, in the last spot they were asking us what our budget is. I'm like, well, we're looking for office space for 6 people, $3K a month. We're looking for And then Dave's immediately like, yeah, but we could stretch that to 4K, maybe 5K. And I was like, well, there goes all the negotiation power out the window.
It wasn't my best moment. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. But, we're going to get back to the drawing board and we're going to figure this out.
The benefit of a co-working space is there's like a bunch of like communal working area as well. And Julia will freak out because they actually have cold brew on tap here. Bro. Now look, probably the most important money lesson that I've learned in my life is that it's very difficult to optimize for both short-term profit and long-term profit. And you gotta realize that regardless of what your personality type is, human nature is just to want to avoid pain more than we want to experience pleasure. So because of that, we're always more motivated by like not wanting to go broke, and we're always gonna optimize for that short-term money, which seems maybe reasonable, but like long-term is gonna fuck you. For example, y'all know I was working as a software engineer after graduating college. I was on the path to making 6 figures 2 or 3 years out of college. I decided to quit that, do personal training. Ultimately, didn't stick with that, and then I went into this, these 3 or 4 or 5 years where I was experimenting with self-publishing ebooks, blogging, podcasting, YouTube. And while I did have a few good years up front where the ebooks were doing really well, when I was 24, 25, I had a couple years where my tax return was 24, 25K. And something important to say is that when I was at the software job, the first year, like I really did save money. I was super frugal. I was barely spending anything. So I gave myself kind of like that safety pad that it was okay to live month to month. But over those 3, 4, 5 years, I was investing into myself and I was experimenting a lot with these different content creation platforms. But not only that, I was experimenting a lot with talking to girls. That's when I put in all the work to get over this massive thing that was holding back my self-confidence. That's when I absorbed a crazy amount of self-improvement information. I started training Krav Maga, then Muay Thai. But those were the building blocks that I needed. I learned an insane amount of lessons in a small period of time, relatively. Those are the building blocks to getting to where I am today. I wouldn't be here without having done that.
For me, a big part of this was location. Like, I just moved to Texas all the way from Mexico City, which I was in for 5 years. So there's already a discomfort there. But then the cost of living here is about 3x what it was in Mexico. And when you add on top of that we're, renting these offices, we're doing all these different things. So I'm effectively gonna be taking a short-term pay cut because my expenses are a lot higher. But in the long term, I'm coming here to build a great team. It's gonna be a lot easier to hire great people here in Austin. I'll be closer to Beast as well. And there's also great people to network with. Like, for example, tomorrow I'm going to a networking event with 100 other entrepreneurs, and being around these type of people are going to force me to level up as well.
You have to look at the career you have now and ask, realistically, what's the most I can be making in the next 2 or 3 years? And if that number is less than the amount of money you want to make, well, then you have to change careers to something that has a higher earning potential. And almost always when you change careers, at first, you're going to have to get an entry-level job in the new career. It's probably going to pay less than you're making now, but you have to be okay with that short-term L, or you're just always going to have a ceiling of how much money you can make. And then, why are you bitching and complaining? You're not taking the steps you need to.
You also got to ask yourself, does the location I'm in give me the opportunities that I need? So for example, if you're trying to get into like a tech startup and you're in suburban America, it's going to be tough. It's a lot better to go to a place like, Austin or San Francisco. You're going to have more opportunities. Same thing with dating. If you're in a town of 20,000 people, it's a lot better to move to a bigger city. You're just going to have more chances to meet high quality women.
If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I do appreciate you, bro. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel. Big thank you to the homie Dave. Not even a thank you, just like you should have been here a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay
beastly.